What's going on, YouTube? I did that big old long video about brazing and figuring out how to make this bumper for my Amigo. And today, I had a lot of stuff going on. It was my birthday, so I didn't have time to really do a video, but I did have time to work on it. And it is finished. You see, I painted it, and I got my lights mounted on it. There's a little bit to the lights. They are mounted to another bar that I added earlier, and it is not solid. It's a 3/16 brake line. You can get it at any auto parts store. I got a almost 5-foot section for like $3, and it's a lot easier to bend. It's a lot easier to work with. It heats up quicker. It's gonna be a lot easier to braze with. That's what I tried doing a long time ago, was with the brake line. But for the main shell of the bumper, I wanted the solid metal. I want it to be nice, and I can depend on it a little bit to protect my body. But for that part, I needed something I could drill through, and there's no way. I don't have a drill press. I'm just using my Makita. There was no way I could drill through a solid 3/16 steel rod. So the hollow brake lines work pretty well. I drilled 2 holes in it. I really wanted the lights on the top of that, but I drilled them out too far, so they'd only fit on the bottom. So they will likely get torn off. But oh well, then we'll redo it. Yeah, I did sandblast it, and it eats through the brass of the solder of the joint quicker than it does the steel, but I'm using glass beads when I sandblast, so it leaves a nice smooth finish. It's not super abrasive. It won't just tear down through it. Plus, I don't have a big enough air compressor to really do what I'm trying to do, so it takes me a little bit just to get up and to clean the metal down. So it worked out pretty well. It cleaned up my joints a little bit, shined that brass right up, and then I put 2 heavy coats of old rusty red primer, and then I put 2 coats of my semi-gloss Rust-Oleum to match the rear bumper and the roll bar. So now the only thing it's missing are sliders, but let me see if I can get you in there a little bit closer. Like I said, it's pretty simple. I'm really happy with it. This is my first attempt at brazing, so I'm excited that it's usable. I did burn up a lot of my gases just being new, so probably have to get some more tanks before I start any other big projects. But now that I know how to set the torch and what the flame should look like and things like that, it's gonna go a lot better from now on. And it's really not that hard to do. Everybody said it wasn't. Once you've done something, then you understand it, and it just kind of works. So yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Another thing I did while I was here, I went through and I put the locked up RC scale hardware on the Amigo. I'm not sure if you can see a couple of them there. I didn't do everything. I put the shock towers and some of my bolts down the chassis rail. I just love those scale bolts. Only problem I had was I bought a set enough to do an entire truck, and it comes with a socket. And I bought the handle extra, and I paid a little extra for the extended socket, and it cracked in 3 places. It was right before I finished tightening up the last couple. I worked my way down one side and up the other, and yeah, it cracked the head of it. So I gotta see if I can't find a little more heavy-duty 3mm nut driver. I'm not gonna be able to find that at Home Depot or Lowe's, so I might have to try the internet for that. But yeah, it's just a little thin, a little weak. But overall, I love the scale hardware. Stuff just looks awesome, and I got the zinc coated, so it looks like actual grade 8 heavy bolts and stuff. It's like you would do on a real build. Let's see, on the back I did add these are the worn ARB. I don't remember what. I think it's the worn new shackles, and I can't tell. I think they're plastic. Either that or they're really weird metal. I was kind of disappointed, but it's the only ones I have left, so I put them on there. This bumper I got from Ross has shackle mounts, and I did add a little got mud sticker down there. It's something silly they threw in from my locked up RC order. But yeah, that's where we're at. I just wanted to show the bumper finished. Pretty excited about it. And the Amigo's still not done. I think we're gonna make some sliders. I've been talking about, and not sure what else, but I'm really, this is one of my favorite rigs now. When I got that Trailfinder 2 short wheelbase chassis, I put it together. Didn't take very long, and I was already disappointed from the get-go. It was stiff. It was small, and the things just didn't look right to it. But now that I've got a full running truck, it's built, it's heavy, all the metal and tube work and stuff is in it. It's going to be a decent truck. Now I've started driving it more and more. Once the suspension gets broken in, the springs soften up completely. It's not gonna be the best rock crawler, but it's gonna be a great little trail truck. And I think the main complaint I had about the kit originally was the Jeep body. The Jeep body is so small and it's so limiting on your tire options. And the only thing I had that looked right on it were the stock mud thrashers, the 155s. They fit with the stock height and the body, but it just, I don't know. You don't want to build a Jeep like that. You want a Jeep be a gnarly rock crawler with tubes and crazy madness. So I'm happy with the switch over to the Amigo. I think it's definitely unique, and I'm pretty stoked about it. So hopefully it'll dry up here this week and we can get out and drive again. But anyways, that's where I'm at. So I'll leave you with that. Thank y'all for watching, and like, subscribe, and share, and be sure to stay tuned for more.